What is up everyone, and welcome back to a new video. We are coming to you live from the beautiful region of Norfolk. And I must say this is our first time here and we are just so impressed. The drive here we saw so much deer and yeah, just amazing scenes. It feels like we're in Europe, but we're in England. Do you know how to manage that? Yeah? Perfect. So we left you last time on the other side, the west of London. We spent a lot of time with family this week. We went across on the M25 over to Essex on the other side of London, and we went to Chelmsford to this really nice pub called The Crown, and we had some amazing food there. I've gone for a cheeky burger. Charlene's on the fish and chips.
Fish and chips, of course.
No doubt. And what you got there, Linda?
Such a mash.
Classic. Absolute classic.
Some gravy.
And then after that, we head up further north to Ipswich, where we spent some time with one of my uncles.
He cooked a Maltese dish for us.
Thank you very much, Uncle Johnny.
It's really tasty.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
And now we have continued on to Norfolk. Something else interesting that we did this week is that we've just bought 2 brand new tyres for the van, and they're new ones actually. We were using the Continental camping ones normally for all 4. The ones at the back are still perfect, but the front ones were nearly finished. This time we went for Michelin camping, and they seem so much better. They're a little bit more expensive. I think the normal ones cost about, I don't know, in pounds about 150, 170 pounds each tyre, and these ones were just a bit more. It's like 210 or something, but they do look amazing, and they're supposed to be so much better in the mud and the snow. Yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to spend the next 2-3 days here along the beautiful coast of Norfolk. This place was also recommended to us by one of our channel members, Kevin. Shout out to you. He's been telling us to come to Norfolk for ages.
We're finally here.
We're finally here. Look at this port. Now the name of this very special town is called Wells Next the Sea. Not next to the sea, Wells Next the Sea. I think they just called it Wells in short. England. Okay, we've come out on the main road again. This town is just so charming. So this structure here is the most interesting thing in the whole town. I was speaking to the guy at the shop and he was explaining what it's used for. So this building here used to be the granary, and there was a grain store in there. So basically the boats would just come here and they would load them and unload them from this structure up here with a rope, and it would be just much quicker because it just goes all the way up here and then into the building directly, instead of people being here and lifting it off the boat, carrying it and taking it up. So it was a much faster process. Can you see the birds?
Yes, yes.
Look at that.
They're ducks, actually.
Well, ducks are birds.
I know.
It's a beautiful day today as well, guys. Look, the sun's just setting in the distance.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Look at this.
The Great Migration. Look how many there are. Oh my god. Look at the landscape here. So beautiful. The tide is out, and as you can see, there's loads of fishing boats here, bigger boats over here. And you know what this place has reminded me? A couple of years ago we were in Wales on the northern coast, and there was this little village by the sea, and it had like these sandy bits as well. It's really, really similar. I forgot what it's called. Conwy, yeah, that's what it was called. It was Conwy, up in the north of Wales. Charlene is mostly impressed with the bins here in Norfolk.
No.
Got a solar panel.
No.
State of the art bin,
But
this is.
yeah, first of all, it's so clean, and secondly, there is this panel here, so people can just do like this, and it opens automatically.
Very good.
This doesn't feel like we're in the UK. It feels like we're somewhere else.
So we're just heading back to the car park now, because where we parked it said that it gets locked at 4 p.m. So we're heading back a bit before that, just in case. So if they do lock it, we'll be able to leave. I don't think we can stay here overnight, in fact. And I've got a feeling that here in Norfolk, it might be a bit difficult to find park-ups. There's a few spots with like barriers and no parking signs. But we're gonna obviously leave from here and try and find the spot.
Even this bin, look at it. Look how clean that is. You don't find this anywhere else.
Charlene's bin reviews. So what do you give the bins here? 10 out of 10?
Yeah. I also bought a perfume, a small perfume from Norfolk.
Nice little skate park here as well. Woo! And this is the area here where we saw the deer, where we parked up. I think they've gone though now. Maybe this guy scared them off with the skateboard.
So where we've parked, there was a small deer. So immediately I got my camera out. I also got my binoculars as well. There was one woman, she said that there's a barn owl here as well. And it's a white one. She said it's big, but I can't really spot it. But yeah, there's also some deer as well, she said. So wish me luck, wish me luck. It's behind these bushes here.
So we've driven for about an hour south along the coast here in Norfolk. I was right, there weren't really many park ups to choose from. We've parked up here just beside this river. It's a pretty nice drive, to be honest. We're in the dark already now, but as we were driving through the tiny villages, it honestly just looks like the Cotswolds with much less people. But anyway, we're going to cook something to eat. Seeing it's dark already, we'll have to wait until the morning to see where we are. I hate winter. I officially hate winter, and can't wait till we have these longer days again, because it just seems like you wake up, do something, and it's dark already. Do you feel the same, guys? You know, when spring comes, the day gets a little bit longer, and I don't know, it just makes you a bit more motivated to go out and do stuff.
It can be quite contagious, so they won't have you in the hospital, no one. Go on your light and camera, say, wait, get off the private land.
Did someone ruin your beauty sleep? Oh, baby girl.
Morning, guys. So I'd like to say it was an amazing night here, but it wasn't. It's nice and beautiful this morning. There's a couple of swans, there's this canal right beside us, but about 5:30 this morning, some guy was just banging on our van. To be honest, I didn't know where we were, so when I heard him banging, I'm like, who's that banging? And it took me a few seconds to kind of remember where we parked up. But yeah, we just parked up in this little car park by the canal. There's no signs or anything, and yeah, we actually left the coast because of that, because there seems to be like a lot of no camping signs all along the coast in Norfolk, so that's why we decided to come here in the first place. But it looks like there was a local this morning. I don't know what he was doing in the dark, but he decided to bang on our van.
We woke up, you know, we were also a little bit scared because we don't know who's outside our van, you know, it was still pitch black. So then when we looked outside, there was no one outside. It was like, did I dream or something? What's this? Because even Holly woke up, you know, both of us were just shocked.
Charlene said that it was an orange car. She couldn't see what it is, and coincidentally just now an orange car's pulled in and parked up next to our van. So she's a bit paranoid, telling me that could be him. But we don't know really, because it was pitch black. This is where the private property starts.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, now don't get me wrong, like we're in a lot of places and people ask us to move on, we just move on because we don't want to bother anyone. But in situations like this, where it's like a public parking, there's no one else there, and there's no signs or anything stating otherwise, I don't think it's fair, and it's just, I don't know.
There is a guy in a car, you know, looking at us. He kept looking at the van, and
It's
then
an orange car, isn't it? So
yeah, it's an
might
orange
be.
car. So I think it's him. I'm not sure, but we started walking here immediately because of Holly, and I don't want to approach a guy, you know, and telling him, "Are you the one who?"
You're the one
our-"
that knocked this morning.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it is a pretty nice canal. There's some people just turned up. They've started fishing right next to us as well. And there's a few different walks from here. Yeah, that's the thing about van life. Sometimes things like this happen. And another reason why we didn't move is because they're just not really anywhere. We only came here because we only found one good park up near the seafront, and it was just too small. We didn't want to block the other cars, so we just carried on coming here. Hiya. How's it going? Sorry, mate.
If you can't overnight.
Was it you that banged on our van?
No. I suppose, possibly, to point out about the signage, you see.
Where's? Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw that one. We paid £3 on the donation
Yeah,
fee.
no, you can do, but
Oh,
during the
alright.
day. But no, I come by here at 7 on the way to my horse,
All right,
But I saw you parked up. I thought, well, I'll just come back and let you know that
Okay. No, we didn't see
I
that.
can't understand why they didn't put one of them signage on the notice board there.
Yeah, you should do, yeah. Or
You know.
else, if it's private, yeah. If it's public, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll turn this off for a second.
No worries.
But the reason why they put the signage up, apparently, no disrespect to yourself,
Uh-huh.
but there was some of these characters with vans
Okay.
had been parking up on, like, around Norwich area.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, say if you had a private, what should you say, village hall,
Okay.
one would turn up and park up overnight.
Okay.
And then over the next couple of days, there'd be about 10 others. They were sort of traveller types,
Okay, and they stay there, you mean?
and then they'd stop there for 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
take over the car park, and of course, that was then buggered up for the functions that there we are.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thought it'd be useful to have an open waterway, and they had 120 navvies come in,
Okay.
dug the 9.5 miles out with shovels. Right, I'm smiling for a reason. 9.5 miles dug out with shovels, 6 sets of locks with all the brickwork
Okay.
and the overspill area and the tunnel what comes all the way down there to take a surplus water. How long do you think it took them to do it?
A couple of years, I'd say, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're spot on.
It's going to be
It was-
impressive, no? If you.
Yeah,
if you're asking
no,
me.
that was 2 years
Okay.
and it was up and running, which was nice, really. Yeah.
What was your name, mate?
I'm Martin anyway, but it's all right.
But you should be going.
Yeah, let's go. So anyway, but I asked him because this morning someone knocked at 5, and he says it wasn't him.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
No,
yeah.
I'll
let's
tell you who
the same
that
thing.
might have possibly been. I'm not saying it was, but there was a fisherman over there.
Ah, okay.
Over
Yeah.
the far side. When I come by at 7, I drove by to go to my horse, saw your van there, but I saw the fisherman over there. So that could have been him.
All right, mine then. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for this.
no, it's all right. You're welcome. It's all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you see the guy that knocked on our van, tell him why we didn't open. Tell him it was just pitch black.
No, I don't know who it is. Whatever, it could have been anybody. You see.
Hope it wasn't you, Martin. Hope it wasn't you, Martin.
No.
No worries, mate. Have a good day, all right?
'Cause, well, you see, I do a bit of maintenance down there and tidy up, you see.
No worries.
And then when they put them signs up on the bridge, I did say to them, well, why didn't they put one
Yeah,
on the
put one
notice
there.
board?
Yeah,
And they went a bit quiet because they'd already fixed them up there. But
yeah. All right then.
He showed me a photo of one of them. Was,
Much bigger than this.
Yeah, they do get bigger. Yeah, but it's not bad, is it, that one? His name was Martin, that guy, sure.
Yeah, and he's a pain in the arse.
I think he's the one who knocked on our van.
He's got nothing to do with this place whatsoever. But he just likes to talk to people.
And then you release it, or
Yeah, you got to release him.
Give him a smile. There you are. So the guy in the car, Martin, said it wasn't him that woke us up in the morning, but I don't know. Do we believe him? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. So that's why maybe today our eyes are going to be a bit like this, because we've had a rough night. The plan is to go to head.
that's nice, waking up at 5:30.
I want to sleep at 1, so I only slept 4
For
hours.
me, it wasn't a pleasant wake up call.
Yeah, but
that's all.
you slept at 10 o'clock. You had a good night's sleep.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So this is the spot where we were yesterday. Look, we were a bit apprehensive to park just on the road here because there weren't really any cars parked up.
But now,
Yeah, it's full now.
look at it.
We're always worried to park like this because if someone doesn't see you, they'll just smash right into the back of you. And then the parking spaces up here, look, are very, very small.
There's a lovely fish and chip shop as well for those who are coming here.
What's it called? What's the name of the place? Walcott.
Kingfisher, I think.
I think it's called Walcott here,
Oh yeah, Walcott.
near
Yeah.
the town.
Oh, lovely. Look at this. How cute they are. Oh, look at this couple, old couple. So cute.
That'll be us in 5 years' time.
Us? I'm still young, baby. I don't know about you, but I feel very young.
Me too.
I'm noticing one thing, that some parts of the houses, they have pebbles on them. And yeah, they have like a whole facade or a small wall of pebbles. It's really interesting. We're absolutely blessed because we got blue skies and it's so wonderful when the sun is out, you know, the landscape changes, you feel warm enough as well, and a little bit of motivation kicks in, you know, if you know what I mean. We are going to see some seas now.
Keep clear, unexploded bomb. Whoa. So we have made it to Horsey. We're in Horsey. This is a very, very small town here along the Norfolk coast. It is a bit difficult to park up here to gain access to the beach. We went to a National Trust parking lot down up this road, but it's so long, we have to walk like half an hour down the main road. You can't go and park up at the beach with a camper van because there's a massive sign here saying no camper vans, no motorhomes, no caravans, nothing. But what we did find is this little shop called Poppy Lands, and it says you can either pay £10 or buy something. So we actually went inside, bought a little cake for later on and a nice cup of tea to take with us. Unfortunately, we couldn't buy any actual food because they haven't got a license for takeaway food, only for sweets and stuff and drinks. So it is what it is, but it's better like that because we paid, instead of paying £10 for parking, we paid like £7 or something. And we've got a nice bit of cake and a cup of tea. And at least the walk is only like 15 minutes from here and not 40. The worst thing is that we'd have had to walk along the road, which is very, very dangerous. It's been pretty hard driving here in Norfolk. Not very busy, it's not very busy here at all, but then when a big truck comes, the roads are quite narrow. So here we are, guys, look, they definitely do not want us here, look at this. So as you enter, there's these yellow signs, so no buses, coaches, camper vans or motorhomes. And then there's another one over here, and it says it there as well, look, no motorhomes. Could be that the road's narrow or something, I don't know, but so glad we found this spot where we can park up. So now we just got to walk to the beach. And we found that it's very strict here in Norfolk, like all the places that we've passed by, like this one here, it says gates locked at 8 p.m. And even yesterday, where we were parked up, we made it back before 4 p.m, but literally as we were leaving, the guy came to close the gate. So they take their gate locking very seriously here. But I must say, this is one of the most beautiful places that we've been in England. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of places that are beautiful around here, but there were just too many people in some of the spots we went to. Like, for example, we visited Cornwall and Devon last time, and that was April time, and it was just so busy. I think it was even after the Easter holidays, and it was still quite busy after then. Whereas here, there's just not so many people here. Like, these little towns and villages in the region are pretty small. There's not a lot of people living here. Obviously in Norwich, the city, I guess there's a lot of people there, but along the coastline here it's just very, very small villages, and it's not really touristic at all, but at the same time it's a really beautiful landscape.
Have you been before?
No, it's our first
You
time.
have to go through this gate. There's a seal count board.
Uh-huh.
The number on there is the number of pups that we have on the beach that was counted last week.
Oh, nice.
And they've done another count this morning, so it should be a lot more. Go past that seal count board, and then the path goes to the left.
There's actually this board here with a seal count, and it says that there were over 3,000 seals born, like 3,000 pups born this season already.
The first colony started in 2003, so that's like 20 years ago. It's amazing how many seas there are here. I can't wait. I truly can't wait. Let's go.
So we're currently going up this little sand dune, and hopefully we will see some grey seals on the other end. what I will say is that it's very organised here. There's actually an information board out front, an information booth as well. So there are actually people here inside the office give us some information about the seals as well. So very, very organised. There's so many of them. I don't think we've ever been this close. In Cornwall we saw so many, but they were really, really far away. And these are just right in front of us. All the way to the end of the beach. So the wardens here are actually so lovely. We spoke to two already. One of them, Teresa, and she explained that they're all pretty much volunteers. So they don't really get any government funding. What the government does do, at least, they allow them to seal off the beach, because this beach is open to the public in summer only. And then this time of the year, in the colder seasons, when they breed, they're able to close off the beach and protect them, because if it wasn't for this charity, a lot of the seals wouldn't even survive.
Mum will only feed them up to 3 weeks and then she'll go.
Up to 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And then
2
she
to
leaves them
3.
alone.
Yes, yeah. So,
Oh.
yeah, because she loses about 2/3 of her body weight
Okay.
while she's feeding. So 60,000 calories a day she'll give the pup
Oh my
for 2
God.
to 3 weeks. So she gets really skinny. She then leaves the pup and goes out to feed. And the pup basically has to live off all that body fat
Wow.
for the next 3 weeks. At about 6 or 7 weeks old, it will be waterproof and hungry. And that's when the pup can go to the sea and start fishing.
The lady was telling us about these like empty frisbees that kids play about with, and they end up washing out to sea, and then some of them come up here and they get their heads stuck in them, and some of them could actually die from that, suffocate, because they will start growing and it'll get stuck in them. So they'll have to kind of try and find an opportunity where they can grab that seal, take it to the vet, and it costs like thousands of pounds.
We've got a petition going, which will stop the import and sale of flying rings. So this will take you through to a petition.
For me, you can leave me here because it feels like heaven. You can literally see one seal after the other, as far as the eyes can see.
We came here thinking we're going to see like 1 or 2 seals maybe. Will we spot one today? Bloody hell, there's thousands of them. I'll put their website up on the screen, and if you would like to make like a donation, help out, or even come and visit this place, yeah, definitely would 100% recommend. What can I say, guys? That was epic. Whenever wildlife is involved and the conditions are right, really, really good. To think when we're walking towards the sand dunes, I was thinking to myself, we were going to see maybe a couple of seals like normal. And yeah, when you get over there, thousands. I wasn't really expecting that. Now it's time to do the hard part of the day. We have to find a park up where we can sleep tonight, where hopefully no one's going to bang on the door, where there's no signs, and without having to go into a campsite, because we don't really need one. We just need somewhere where we can chill out for the evening. And I found one online. It's about 15 minutes away. As I said, slim pickings here in Norfolk, so we really hope this one is good. Hello, we all right to park here? So we have parked up, and I think this will be our spot for tonight. We're in this very tiny village called Hickling, and we're right beside this canal. So many boats here as well, and this is something that we've seen a lot of this side of England. So many canals everywhere. Just been welcomed by the local swan, sorry. I think she's waiting for Holly, to be honest. She's looking at the door. And this is one thing that I do love about van life, that it takes us to all these different places. Sometimes you're parking up by the beach, the top of the mountain, and here in Norfolk we're beside canals. And like we said yesterday, it feels like we are in Europe, you know, somewhere like the Netherlands or, yeah, Netherlands I think. I think it's just the canals really that are making us feel like this. Dusk is upon us, our bellies are full, we had a lovely bit of meat. We also had that carrot cake that we bought earlier on. We almost forgot about it and we found it in the cupboard up here. So that was a nice surprise. Anyway, so we are going to spend the night here indeed. There seems to be a few people coming and going, but it looks like it's a very quiet area. There's like a yacht club and a sailing club and stuff like that. And then further along the lake, it's like a natural reserve then as it goes on. So pretty scenic. And yeah, as I said, we thought we were going to end up sleeping on a lay-by tonight. So this is perfect. We just hope we have a normal night and no one comes and knocks on the door in the middle of the night. Good morning, guys. Pretty gloomy out today, but on the plus side, we had a very quiet night here in the marina. No one came knocking on our door today. So we are going to get back on the road. We're going to kind of head in the opposite direction now along the coast and go and visit another really beautiful area along the Norfolk coast. Not too far from where we were the day before yesterday. So a lot of you guys ask us how we get our laundry done while living on the road full time. In the UK, what we've been doing, as well as Europe normally, we use these Revolution machines. They like this basically, and you find them in supermarkets and stuff like that. And you have a big wash and a small wash. You just pay by card, and then you have the big dryers as well. So pretty convenient. We're just going to go and get the stuff and get them started now so we don't get stuck here today. Made it to this place called Blakeney Point. We've just parked up here. We're not too far away from the sea. We pass through towns along the coast like Cromer, but this place here is a lot more calmer. There's a few people walking the dogs, and I don't know if there's any seals here on the beach. We're going to go and check it out in a minute. But before that, we are going to have our lunch. Let me just show you quickly. So we have some meat, carrots and sweet potato. Charlene's got the same. Well, you haven't got any carrots, have you?
No carrots.
No carrots for Charlene. So we've just come out to the beach here in Blakeney. It's called Clay Beach, and it's this very long, really massive beach. It stretches on until as far as our eyes can see, really. Even this side as well. So as you can probably tell, the weather is just completely different from yesterday. It's a bit grey and semi-windy as well. So not the best conditions, but we've come out here for a little bit of walk. Entirely out on the beach. We're pretty much on our own. We can see some people up there in the far distance. And there's just only 2 people behind us, so it's very quiet here. Those 2 people there, they're going in for a nice little winter dip. Can you see one?
Yeah, I can see one sea.
Yesterday was a whole other story, I think. Because of the sun, they were just there sunbathing. Obviously there's the young ones as well that can't really go in the water. So the seal has actually arrived where those 2 women are, look. I think he just gave them a fright. There are also a lot of planes flying above us, so there's definitely not going to be any drone shots for you from here. And they're not even commercial planes. I know obviously Norfolk was a really important Navy site, but I guess they still have their bases somewhere around here. Surely this doesn't work anymore, does it? Just left here, I think, on the beach for display. Or do they still use it? I don't know. I don't think so, look. It's just on display. There's a few other things here as well, look. Good morning, guys. Yesterday we didn't really film much because when we left the beach, we came here to one of my uncle's houses. Been visiting a lot of my family, especially in the last week. This uncle actually used to sail all his life, and he actually lived full time on a boat for about 14 years. They're actually now back on land, and they've also joined the Motorhome club. So they've got a van of their own, and it was nice having something in common as well, because up until now we were the only people in our family. I have a big family from my father's side, and it's impossible to see everyone, like cousins and that, but I tried to go and visit the uncles that live in the area, even when we're in Ireland, and honestly it's been really nice. Last time we were in the UK, didn't have time to do that, so yeah, I think it's something important as well, because it was nice to listen to the stories as well, because they're all like different ages and they all grew up kind of in a different time, and some of their stories connect together and you can kind of get an understanding of what it's like for them growing up. But anyway, yeah, so we've had a lovely night here. We had dinner, we had a nice breakfast this morning as well, Absolutely amazing. So basically this is going to be our last few days now in the UK. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one as we head to Europe.